Hey everybody, welcome back to United SoundBites. I'm Joey.
I'm Sean.
Yes, and today we are going to be talking about conspiracy theories. Ooh, so scary. I'm a little creeped out. I don't know what we're about to head into here, you know?
Well, I know a lot of people like him. I like talking about him. I like Alex Jones. Alex Jones does a lot of them. A lot of people don't like Alex Jones.
Yeah.
So, yeah, controversial. But
A little bit. But I'm excited to talk about these. I I don't know about you, but I'm not a huge conspiracy theory guy. Are you?
I like watching videos on them, and some of them are really convincing. But,
Right.
other than that, it's not like I think it's reality. But
Right.
you never
Um,
know.
that's true. There's so I guess it's it's good to kind of put out there that we both went on our own and we gathered some information about what we thought is a very interesting conspiracy theory, not one that we particularly believe in, but we just thought would be interesting to talk about, raise some discussions, raise
Yeah,
some questions.
I think both of these are pretty popular ones.
Well, that's great.
I saw the one uh that I picked on Twitter a lot. I can't remember what.
Really,
Oh
I've
no,
never
not
heard of any of
not
these.
Twitter, TikTok. That's what it is.
TikTok?
Yeah, it's on TikTok a lot.
Do you do you have a TikTok?
No, I don't like make stuff. I just watch some stuff.
Do you
But yeah,
do you watch compilations?
no. I just watch. I
Really?
just go on it and I watch it.
But I thought you said you didn't have a TikTok. Is it
Oh,
on
I
your
do.
phone?
But
Whoa. I don't have one. Should I make one?
if you want to watch them, some of them are awful. Most of them are awful. But
Well, yeah, that's what I figured. I figured they're pretty cringy.
yeah, 1 out of every 100 is good, pretty much.
Some people are saying it's the new Vine.
Technically it is.
I guess you're right. I brought that up to someone and they kind of yelled at me. They said, "It can never be the new Vine. Are you kidding me?"
I
Um,
mean,
I mean,
it's pretty damn close.
yeah, no, I thought it was close. I mean, I'm looking at all these like compilations and it's just a series of short videos, you know?
Yeah.
Not the cringy ones, but apparently there are some really funny ones that I enjoy.
Yeah, some of them are good. But
Yeah, I just don't have an account.
well, yeah, you don't need one.
Yeah. Um, I want to bring up this story real quick, because I think it it kind of relates to what we're talking about a little bit. Um, so this was New Year's Eve of 2018. So it was pretty recent, a few months ago. And my dad has never heard of TikTok before, right?
Hmm.
So it was Christmas break. We were home, and it was about like 10 minutes before the ball was about to drop. And, I started talking about how cringy some of these TikTok people are, right? And how
Yeah.
I just can't watch them, you know?
Hmm.
And he's never heard of it. He's never seen it anywhere. So he has no idea. And, I'm telling him about it. I'm telling him how much I hate it. Uh, about 2 minutes later, he goes on his phone on Facebook and he sees an ad for TikTok. He's never had, ads like that before. He's never seen it, never heard of it, like I just said. So that's, I think, really freaky. And I saw a video then not too long after of this guy talking about dog toys. He's never owned a dog, he's never said this in his life. And he showed the camera, he wrote it down on a piece of paper, the word dog toys, right?
Yeah.
And he shows it to the camera and he's like, I've never said this before. I don't own any of these. He's like, let's go on some of these websites that have advertisements. So he goes on the
Okay, I can see where
websites,
this is going.
has no cutting, and he looks and it's just advertisements for beer or like pocket knives or whatever.
Yeah.
Um, then he closes the browser, he closes Chrome, and then he goes all out talking about dog toys, talking about chew bones. Maybe he wants a bed for his dog to chew on, all this kind of stuff. He goes back on the same exact websites He opens the browser again. Not even a minute later, they had the bones he was talking about. They had a dog bed.
Yep.
And how freaky is that, dude?
Yeah, I mean, it's like Alexa and stuff,
Yeah.
things like that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they're listening to you.
No, yeah. Some people might think that's a conspiracy theory, but I think there's a lot of evidence pointing to that.
Yeah, that it is conspiracy theory. I mean, just because there's evidence doesn't mean it's you know real.
I mean, I guess. But that really freaked me out, man.
Yeah.
And I mean, you know, then you're getting into a discussion of, uh, your privacy and what you want people to know. And even if you have nothing to hide, like, I have nothing to hide, and I'm pretty sure you have nothing to hide either.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't care if they see what I have, what I've talked about,
Mm-hmm.
mostly just electric trains and whatnot. But there's a line, I like right now we're probably talking and they're listening
Yeah. I mean,
through this server.
I'm sure.
It's freaky stuff. I don't know. I
Yeah.
just I just thought I should bring it up to kind of segue.
Into conspiracies.
Yeah.
Both of ours are government conspiracy theories, actually. Now that we talk about it.
There we go. And after we talk about ours, I want to talk about a conspiracy theory that I actually believe in.
Interesting. So what
But we'll
what
get
is
to
the
that.
one you're gonna be talking about today?
The one I'm going to be talking about today are called chemtrails. Uh, and what are you going to be talking about today?
I'm gonna be talking about that all birds aren't real and that they all got killed in by Reagan. I
Whoa.
don't know about Reagan. People say Reagan. That's the thing on TikTok. They say Ronald Reagan killed all the birds. But
Oh, goodness.
yeah.
Uh, that's wild.
Yes.
I'm excited to hear about yours. Do you want to go first?
Sure. So
All right.
what the whole
Educate me.
premise is that the government killed all the birds and they replaced them with like drones, but just fake birds,
Mm,
and that they used those to spy. So
that's a
apparently
little far-fetched for me.
the government killed over 12 billion birds between 1959 and 1971.
What?
And apparently it was the CIA that did it.
Oh. The CIA they do crazy stuff, man.
Yeah, well that's who killed Osama bin Laden because
Yeah. No,
Navy SEALs
did you hear
actually
that
can't
story?
yeah, Navy SEALs actually can't do it because it would
Right.
be illegal. So
Right.
they became
Did you hear
CIA
that?
operatives.
Yeah. Did you hear about the story where a CIA agent is he's at his daughter's recital and he gets a message from his pager saying they're about to kill Osama bin Laden?
No, I did not hear
And
about that.
oh, well, he was supposed to like give the go ahead, right?
Yeah,
But not quite. So he said, "Honey, I gotta go." And he walks up and he walks out of the gym, his daughter's recital. He goes to like a 7-Eleven to pick up a donut or whatever, right?
yeah,
He's very casual, and the guy in front of him in line is complaining like, "Why haven't they killed Osama yet? It's been so long. This is ridiculous." And um and he's standing right behind him saying, "Well, dude, if you hurry up, if you move along, I give the go ahead. I give the kill." You know?
yeah,
It was it's like you don't know where they are and
yeah. I mean, they're
they,
just
they
regular
do the
people.
dirty work.
Yeah. Well, I forget. There's a certain branch that was in Vietnam that was the CIA operatives. I can't remember what they're called, but
Hmm. Wow. So that's crazy. So your conspiracy theory has to do with the CIA and the government.
yeah. And they killed all the birds.
So what we're seeing today
Aren't real birds.
Right, and we wouldn't know because it's what we've grown up with.
Yeah, and
So we
it's kind of not believable because you see dead birds on the street, whatever, and
yeah, and
they look like real birds. Like what? I
well,
don't
yeah,
understand how that works.
and I bet you if we went outside and killed a bird right now, we wouldn't see any animatronic. I mean,
Yeah, maybe it's really advanced, but it's far
yeah,
fetched. That's
I
how.
mean, um, that's creepy stuff.
Yeah, but the reason it's like a thing is because apparently the guys who were head of they had Boeing do it because they had to build 120 planes to drop the poison on the birds or whatever,
What?
and apparently the guys who were building them from Boeing, they had a bus that said Area 51 or bust on the side,
Mm.
and they would tell people that they're gonna kill all the birds and whatever, and they would just tell random people,
Oh
and then
my
apparently after that they all got
gosh.
sent to the front lines of Vietnam and they all died.
Um, that's really creepy. But I don't think the technology's there.
I don't either. Also, I'm gonna go take
Okay,
a
well
potty
that's
break. So you talk
okay.
while I
All
go
right.
potty.
All right. Sounds good.
All right, but
I'm actually okay. Are you gone?
no,
Okay. I'm
I'll be
actually going
going
to
in
talk about Child's Play real
three, two,
quick.
one.
Okay. Um, hello listener. It's just me and you now. When he brought up the topic of the birds, I it's interesting to me because that got me kind of thinking about the new Child's Play movie. I recently just saw that a few weeks ago. I have to say, I really liked what they did with the character. I really liked the new take on how it was an AI, how it was a bit more believable um, than, Charles Lee Ray, I believe his name was, putting his soul into the Buddy doll. Um, I like uh, the original Child's Play. I like those movies. I was scared of them as a kid, but I really like them. Today, I can really admire the puppetry and the work that just kind of went into making those films. It was really incredible what they were able to accomplish. Um, but I mean, this new take, it seemed refreshing. I felt I never thought I'd be saying this, but I actually felt for the character of Chucky. Um, I guess the whole point I'm getting on this tangent because I feel like I'm kind of not. I'm just wavering away from the main topic. What I'm trying to say is that the birds are these, sophisticated AI, um, and and Chucky in the film is a sophisticated AI, and he's kind of learning and growing, and it got me thinking. Well, obviously Chucky can get around and move and stuff. But even if you had a Google or an Alexa or whatever, um, they could still control elements in your house. Now, of course, we're not quite there yet. Uh, I guess that's what I'm trying to say. Are you back?
Yeah,
Did you catch the end of that?
yeah. I feel like they have stuff that we don't know about,
Oh, I agree.
but I mean, it's hard.
Uh,
It's
it's
hard
freaky
to.
stuff.
Yeah, I know.
It's
Just.
freaky, yeah, because we don't know what's real. And I think another conspiracy theory is that we're living in the Matrix
Oh
too.
yeah, and
Like
then
this is all just a
a
simulation.
simulation. There's some
Yeah.
aliens doing some stuff. I mean that who knows?
I But like, what would it take to get out of the simulation, though?
I don't think you do. You don't
But
get
like,
out.
if uh, it's freaky
Yeah.
until we die, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't believe that.
Yay, dead. Woo.
I have my own beliefs on death. But anyway, that's a really interesting topic, and I don't know why that got me on a tangent about the new Chucky. I guess
I mean,
just
it
the
makes
fear.
sense because the AI and
Yeah,
stuff.
Yeah, I guess just the fear of kind of technology taking over, because that kind of freaked me out, just the
Yeah,
fact that
but
we're
I mean, like
getting
all
there.
movies are like that, and where it's not. I don't think it's gonna happen because even artificial intelligence, it's a different type of intelligence than human intelligence. I mean, it doesn't. It's kind of complicated because it's like it's
But it can learn,
yeah, it can learn. It's machine learning stuff like that. It's
which I think is the scary thing. I don't
I
think
don't.
we should have machines learn.
I mean, but the thing about that versus human intelligence, it's not the same. Like it's just the computer executes zeros and ones,
Right.
and it doesn't make up its own stuff.
Mm.
So it's like whatever you put into it is what it takes out.
Well, that's true. Um, but let me just give an example from the Chucky movie. Spoilers for Child's Play if you haven't seen it and you want to for some reason. I thought it was good, but that's not the point. So in the beginning of the film, this worker kind of takes off all the safety precautions. He goes into the code and he takes it all off of the one doll, right?
Yeah,
And there's this one scene where Andy and his friends, they're watching Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2, I believe it was. And when Chucky saw that they were laughing at, death and stabbing and everything,
yeah,
he connected that that was entertainment. So he went and got a knife and he was about to stab someone until they kind of held him down. And he didn't know what he did wrong. Um, so I think that's kind of scary.
yeah. But I mean, we're a long way from dolls fucking picking up knives and stabbing
Yeah,
us.
that's true. That's true. But I don't know, man. I personally, I don't believe that machines should learn. I believe they should only do what they're programmed and executed to do, and that's
Well, I
it.
mean, technically, if the machine learning, it's you are technically programming it by teaching it the thing, and you only teach it whatever you teach it is what it knows. So if you don't teach it anything bad, I mean, at at this, um, what's it called?
What?
Self-driving cars. That's a type of
Oh,
AI because it
mm-hmm.
learns different types of roads, different types of lines, what they mean,
Mm.
and all that. I
That
mean,
was in the movie too.
yeah.
Yeah, it was a good scene.
Well, I
Good
think the
sequence.
biggest problem with AI and stuff is that other people just hacking into stuff, like hacking into cars and
Mm.
controlling the car.
Yeah, I
But
actually read this thing that that's how people are stealing cars. That there's no keys anymore. You
oh
just kind
yeah,
of sit in it.
yeah,
Uh, yeah, people are just unlocking it when you walk away, and they're stealing it.
yeah. I mean, it's like they have things that you can connect to. Like you have keyless entry.
Mhm.
You just walk up to the car and you put your hand on the door and it'll open
Yeah.
like
No,
that.
it's a it's
It gets the radio signal from your key fob and it mimics it, and then it's like you're next to the car, but you're not actually next to the car. And then you can
yeah.
unlock it, start the car, do whatever.
You drive away. We're getting closer and closer to Grand Theft Auto. I just
Well,
thought of
nah,
that.
Grand Theft Auto is just people just smashing in cars, car
Oh, I
windows, and
guess
getting
that's
in.
true. I haven't played it that much.
I have.
You downloaded it for me long
I
time
did.
ago.
That was a long time ago.
Yeah, I did play a little bit. I didn't get too far though. I stopped at the stoplights. I got in the proper lane to turn. Boy, that's boring. Let's
Yeah, but anyway, with the birds, right?
yeah, let's keep on track.
So apparently on October 25th, 1963, JFK was shown a prototype of the Turkey X500, a robot that specialized in killing larger birds like eagles and falcons.
Oh my
And
goodness.
it displayed its surveillance skills as well as its ability to find and track escaped criminals. But Kennedy was impressed, but he wanted the whole thing shut down, and then a month later he got shot. So who knows? Maybe, and this brings
Oh,
us into another conspiracy theory that JFK was killed by the CIA.
right, right. That's that. Yeah. Well, we talked about that in history.
Yeah, I mean,
All the conspiracy theories. The Black Umbrella Man.
yeah, two shots, two
Mm-hmm.
shooters.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, I mean, if you look at the video,
Yeah, I mean
it's
it is
clear.
pretty. Yeah,
It's clear that it did look like it came from two different directions. So, I mean, we don't know. We don't work for the CIA.
yeah. Well, there's a whole website about birds aren't real. It's birdsaren'treal.com.
Are you serious?
Yeah, that's where I'm reading this from. They have you can buy my shirts. It has a picture. Okay, one of them has a picture of a bird. It says "I am a lie."
Oh my
Uh,
gosh.
Another one is uh, what's the yellow bird from Sesame Street?
Big
Big
Bird?
Bird. Uh, it has him, but he's like half robot
Oh
cyborg.
my gosh. Well, I mean,
Uh,
that's semi accurate, I
a
guess.
hat with "Birds aren't real," and then a sticker that says "Birds aren't real." 1987.
Um, it kind of baffles my mind that people believe in it, you know?
I mean, uh, d-
But I guess it's the same reason I believe in my conspiracy theory. Excuse me.
yeah, but
That I'll be talking about.
I mean, you can't disprove it, but you can't prove it,
Right.
and that's why I just don't have a. I'm like, it could be real, maybe not. Who knows? But I
That's
don't take a
true. We
stance on
won't
it.
know. Okay.
So what is yours? Chemtrails?
Yeah. Mine is chemtrails. Has to do with the government. Um, Basically, the premise of chemtrails is that the planes that we see in the sky that leave behind kind of that white strip of cloud
Yeah.
is actually there to control the population. Just kind of the way we think, our motivations, um, or spraying some kind of sterilization um, to reduce like life expectancy or mind control or even weather control. It's gone so far to that.
I would say the only thing that actually makes sense is weather control because they can control weather.
Really?
Yeah.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah.
Where have you heard that?
Um. Let's see. I've heard it
Looking
in
it up.
the Heart Project, weather control, the military, weather modification.
How do they
So
do that?
apparently, China is
What machine
launching
is
weather control machines.
how? Who's doing this? The government?
The government. I mean,
Who else? Cloudy with a Chance of
look, here's
Meatballs guy?
Discovery.com, the history of weather control.
Hmm.
Oh
Is it
my god.
real? Is it
Yeah,
legit?
let me see. Let me go.
That's a freaky thing to think about.
Yeah, I mean, so apparently Hatfield in 1916, this guy produced rain in San Diego, causing flooding that led to about 20 deaths and millions of dollars in damage.
Oh my goodness.
And that's another thing with the chemtrails. That's why. So the principle of cloud seeding, which they use planes to do.
Mm. Um, which goes back into chemtrails, right?
Yeah,
Uh, there is this thing called the albedo modification. So, according to the Keith Group at Harvard University, so this is pretty trusted, they state we work on theoretical proposals for compacting global warming called solar geoengineering or albedo modification. These are technologies that might enable people to add materials to the Earth's atmosphere to reflect a bit more sunlight back into space, partially masking or reducing the climate change due to accumulated greenhouse gases. So this is
yeah.
something that people have been
I heard
working on.
about that, but the problem with that is that people breathe it in, and
Right.
And you'd have to keep
Um,
shooting that into the air. And what happens if someone stops? It's just
well, not if you're high enough, right?
no, it'll all fall down eventually, unless you're in the atmosphere, like the upper atmosphere,
Mm, right.
where there's no gravity.
That would that would pose a problem.
Yeah, but apparently in 2008, China shot artillery into the sky to prevent rain during the 2008 Summer Olympics in Beijing.
What?
Yep.
Is that proven?
I mean, that's what I guess they did it. I mean, it was on Discovery.com. That's pretty.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Hmm. Um, so anyway, while they say that the albedo method, the albedo modification is something that people have been working on and trying, it has not gotten, anywhere to the effect of chemtrails or
Yeah.
anything, It's just an idea, basically. And they go on to state that there is no evidence for the existence of chemtrails, but they do have some comments here that people have made about them.
Yeah, I mean, the white trails behind their vapor trails from.
Right, right.
So I
But
don't.
but once again, we don't know. Well,
I
I mean, we
mean,
kind of do since there is no evidence of it. So I don't
yeah.
know why I just said, oh, whatever. Yeah, but that's the one I found really interesting because I never thought about that. I
I mean,
never
I did
thought,
because that was one of those things that I always saw on like TV back in the day. That was a
yeah,
popular one back in the
back in the day.
2000s.
Really,
Yeah,
I was,
I heard about it all the time.
oh,
Vapor trail, chemtrails.
yeah, chemtrails. I think that's really interesting. I think that's it sparks a lot of ideas in my head,
Yeah, I
especially
mean,
movie ideas. I feel like I can make a. I'm sure someone's probably already made a movie on something like that. But should I talk about the conspiracy theory I believe in now?
sure.
So this is one that I'm pretty adamant about, and it kind of also has to do with my religion, but we'll get into that a little later. It's actually the Illuminati.
Uh,
This is a common one. A lot
yeah,
of people have
very.
talked about it. Ooh. Uh, and I truly believe that people uh, around the world are, in the enlightened ones, as they're called, and they sell their souls to the devil to get all of the worldly lusts, fame and fortune and a big house and whatever, and to do the devil's dirty work. So if we look in music videos, if we look in movies, if we look at, just our entertainment or, some of our politics or whatever, you see some of these people, and especially, in music videos and movies, you see, or even on talk shows, you see they do a certain hand gesture all the time, or you see that they do, in music videos, they're always covering one eye or they're sticking their tongue out in a certain way, or, in the background, you don't notice it, but it's the eye of the Illuminati with the triangle around it. And in the movies, they have these hand gestures that everyone does. And,
Yeah.
um,
The thing with that though, I mean, like, it's such a popular thing that people could just do that just to fuck with people.
what do you mean? I don't
Like
follow.
they could just put it in the videos just to fuck with people.
I mean, that's true. That's true. But I believe that this world is slowly dissipating, that the devil is taking over, and that we're in a spiritual warfare every day. And I believe that the Illuminati kind of supports it. I believe it's just a whole organization run by the devil to get us closer to revelation, is what I believe.
Interesting.
Because yeah, if you look around, especially in First or Second Timothy, it talks about how right will become wrong and wrong will become right. And I don't want to get into my religion because that's not important. But there's a lot of evidence, man. Like you look around
Yeah, I
and
know, but I mean, it could all, you know. I don't.
just be coincidence.
I need like hard line facts. Like I need a picture or something.
I,
Like I need something that I can look at and be like, "Yep, that's exactly what it is." Because
Throw
most of
the
the
damn
stuff, like
picture on my table.
if you were in court and someone said that, you couldn't prove anything. If that's how I kind of work. If you can't prove it to me in court,
Right.
it ain't real. Well, I'm not
Mm,
saying it's not real. I'm just saying
right.
you don't have enough evidence to make me think it's real. I'll consider your uh, ideas,
Yeah.
keep them in the back of my head, but
Mm-hmm.
until I have some proof, then yeah, nothing.
Okay. I understand that.
Yeah,
And I respect that.
yeah, that's how I am
Uh,
about everything, though. So
yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, it's important. I mean, a lot of people lie, and I mean, it's hard to trust or believe anything
yeah,
anymore. So that's the one I believe in. And I'm pretty adamant about it because I've seen a lot of videos, and maybe it's just the fact that I went in a rabbit hole, like for a week and just watched all these videos and stuff
yeah.
like
I mean, I
that.
watch them all the time, bunch of
Yeah,
videos like that, but I don't really believe anything unless there's facts.
right. And that's
So
okay. That's an okay way to believe. Um,
yeah,
so that's just kind of the one I'm really adamant about. I don't really other conspiracy theories I'm not sure of just because we don't know.
yeah,
It's not fact.
hmm
And I'm a big fan of facts too. I
yeah.
really am.
That's the
If you
thing
said,
about
yeah.
religion, like the Bible and stuff, which is
Hmm.
why I don't like. It's hard to like. I understand why people believe it, and because it's the words of people, but it was written so long after all those things happened that I'm like, a lot can happen in that time, and a lot of ideas can get misinterpreted.
Well, sure. And that's a logical thing to believe. I think the reason I believe it is because I've had a personal experience.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it's hard to explain. I'm sure a lot of other people uh, can attest to this that that might be part of a faith group or my particular faith group. Um, but it's really a relationship that you feel, and
Yeah,
it's really intimate. And I think once you kind of realize that, and you kind of have that self realization, and then you have faith, because the whole thing is about faith.
yeah.
Um, uh, yeah, you don't see that a lot, and I've also seen my father too, who he didn't do good things. A lot of
Mm-hmm.
people's parents didn't do good things. A lot of things I've done haven't been great, and uh, but seeing my dad, you know, start crying over this particular subject, I think that was, even more powerful for me because I knew who he was.
Yeah,
I know the kind of person he was, and I knew what he believed, and the fact that I saw him crying and wanting to then pursue this, it was really impactful. So, you know, putting my faith aside, I'm 100% all for facts. I love facts. I love science. I love reading. I love everything. Um, but when it comes to that, it's truly an indescribable experience. Uh, that that and it takes a lot of courage to jump in. Um, but that's just me. I'm not here to force that on anyone.
yeah.
Just to
That
make that
was
clear.
that was like when I took my theology and morality class. Like he didn't the teacher, he didn't try to force it on anyone or anything. He didn't really.
Mhm.
It was just all educational, not like trying to get you to convert or whatever.
Well,
But
it's important to learn about all of it. All of
yeah,
it. Doesn't matter.
yeah, it
Just so
has good
you know.
lessons. The Bible.
Yes. Well, the Bible teaches morals and values too,
Yeah,
which is something I think
that's
is
what.
missing
Yeah,
in today's generation.
yeah. Some people don't. I feel like a lot of just stuff that you don't even need the Bible to be moral about, like certain
Mhm.
things. People are people are
Well,
just for
yeah,
some reason. I'm like, why? Why? I don't understand why would you would like it.
yeah, and I think it's also how people are raised.
Yeah, that's definitely what it is. It's how people are
Their
raised.
parents or grandparents or guardians or however you grew up, that influence is going to be huge on you.
Exactly.
Um, and sometimes if you have really level-headed people, that's a good thing. Other times you've got people that, parents that didn't grow up in a good situation and don't know better,
Yeah.
and then they force that upon their kids, and it's just an ever-growing cycle. And it's sad to see.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
Um, I'm a huge believer, and I know you are too, of just the individual.
Yeah. The individual can do anything.
Yes, and not the collective.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter where you grew up. You are always going to have a different point of view than everyone else, and that's what makes you you
You. Exactly.
and special and encouraged. There's only one of you,
Yep.
and it's a beautiful gift.
Indeed.
It's just a matter of what you do with
It's gonna make me
it.
cry.
I hope that touched people.
I hope it
I don't
does.
know. Yeah, this got pretty deep.
Yes, it did.
Yeah, that's a good thing. Um, do you have any conspiracy theories? I asked you this before. You said you didn't, that you believed in.
Nah, there's nothing.
Yeah,
There's nothing I believe is fact.
right. It's been proven.
Yeah.
Um, I'm actually reading a book right now. I wanted to read a book this summer that, helped expand and broaden my knowledge. Um, because I think you and I were very similar in regard of wanting to grow as people and as individuals and, having our own thoughts and stuff.
Yeah.
And I can't remember the last time a book like this actually caught my attention. I've actually been reading it and taking notes in a notebook on it.
Oh God.
It's yeah, no, it's incredible. Um, and it's called A Short History of Nearly Everything.
Interesting.
And it's great. It talks
I might
about
have to read that. Sounds
yeah,
interesting.
no, it's a book about the beginning of the universe all the way to kind of how we got to now. And it talks about how, when the Big Bang happened, it was a singularity, a billionth of the size of a proton. And then when it expanded, it was, 10 billion degrees. And then, the inflation theory comes in where everything just kind of spread out. But
Yeah.
they also call this, the Goldilocks effect because our universe is just right for life. Like it's
Yeah, the
absolutely
Goldilocks
perfect.
zone. Earth is
Yeah.
in that habitable zone of a star.
Yeah. Yeah. Um, and it goes into all this stuff, just in the first part of there's like 6 parts. Just in the first part of the book they talk about like how big our solar system really is. Like it doesn't extend out to Pluto, it extends out to the Oort cloud, and the Oort cloud then expands out 2.5 like 2 light years long, right? And there actually very interesting fact, there is actually an asteroid from the Oort cloud
I was wondering
coming.
where you got that.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
and
go to the
it's
bathroom again while you talk about this thing that I already know about.
okay. All right, I'll talk about it. So for those of you listening, uh, the Oort cloud is basically the edge of the solar system. And it would take 10,000 years from Pluto to get to the Oort cloud. And the Oort cloud is still held in gravitational pull with the sun, which just shows how powerful the gravitational field is of the sun. But sometimes some disruptions happen and one asteroid can hit another. There's an asteroid from the Oort cloud, and these are called like long-term asteroids. Short-term asteroids come from the Kuiper Belt. It's just a bunch of space debris, and so is the Oort cloud. But anyway, there is a type of asteroid or space debris that is heading toward Manson, Iowa, and it's going to hit Manson, Iowa, but it's not going to get here for the next 3 to 4 million years. So no one's worried about it. But when that time comes, what are you going to do?
I drink too much water.
Obviously, we won't be here. Oh my gosh, I know. But anyway, what I was saying is that there's basically a piece of space debris that's going to hit Manson, Iowa in the next 3 to 4 million years. So what are we going to do
Nothing.
when that happens? I mean, we won't be here.
Well, I was thinking about this actually because I remember you saying it, and
Yeah.
I was thinking about we should have a thing where if we find anything that's gonna hit the Earth, there should be like within a certain amount of time. Like if the only thing that's gonna hit us is 100 years away, we should start doing things now about it.
Right.
But if it's like a million years, don't worry about it. But I think we should keep a.
Yeah.
We probably already have a log of everything that could hit us.
Probably. I'm sure NASA or someone's keeping track of it.
Yeah.
But I just thought it was really interesting. And then it goes into like just very famous physicists and astrophysicists, and then it goes into the discovery of fossils, and it's a great book, and I recommend it to anyone listening out there, and of course I recommend it to you too, Sean.
I will look into it.
Yeah,
But,
definitely.
Talking about that though, about like the sky and stuff. Apparently,
Mhm.
watch a video on YouTube.
Mm.
The sky is like our oceans. Like
Right.
we haven't explored any of it. I mean, not in the same sense of explored as in gone and looked at it, but I mean just for the sky, just searched it with a telescope. So,
Yeah.
and then that's another thing about life. I guess that would be a conspiracy theory, like life other than Earth.
Right. Well,
But
it actually talks in the book um, that there was this one astrophysicist who he came up with kind of an equation for life on other planets, civilized life.
yeah,
And, it's like taking the stars in possible solar systems and then dividing that by, the planets and then dividing that, it just, you divide down, 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 and the result always comes out to millions.
yeah. I mean,
So it's
I
a
think there's
possibility.
so much out there that there's no way that we're the only ones. Like I feel
Mhm.
like the odds of there not being one
Yeah.
is greater than the odds of there being one.
Well, you're right. Well, our solar system only takes up a trillionth of the universe.
Yeah, it's insane.
Yeah, but and we think, oh, that's so small, but it's huge.
It's
It's
humongous.
really huge. Our solar system is huge.
Yeah.
Anyway,
It just boggles my mind.
it's
thinking about
it's
the
really
scale.
it's hard. It's so hard to kind of imagine, and then even to consider our closest star, Proxima Centauri. That's 4.3 light years away.
Yeah.
So like, and then the distance between stars is 10 million miles.
Yeah, it's pretty far, I'd say.
Yeah, maybe 200. Maybe I forgot that. 200 million. But whatever. It's incredible stuff. Space is big.
Space is very well. It's ever expanding too.
Yes,
So
it's
it's
ever
just getting
expanding.
bigger
Yes, yeah.
because light can only travel so fast.
That's true.
So every day you
But
could
the
see something
universe.
in the sky that you didn't see yesterday.
That's true. That's true. And the way light travels, and also the fact that the universe is curving, so we can never reach the end of it.
Yeah.
It's amazing stuff.
Yeah, I want like what is beyond the universe?
Well, I could tell you what I believe, but that might go into
But
some of
like
my religious
yeah,
stuff.
but like because I think it's just like so big. It's like what could there possibly be?
Right. Well, it's hard to imagine. Our minds can't even wrap bleh,
Can't
our
even wrap
mind,
around it.
yeah, it
Like
can't
it's
wrap.
just
Yeah, it can't wrap around the information. It's so big. Basically all you have to know is that the universe is huge, and that's it.
very big, too big.
Yeah. Yep. Um, it's amazing though. It's really beautiful. It made me want to go out and get a telescope now and just look up at the
Yeah, well,
stars.
good thing you're in. Well, I don't know. Is there less light pollution there? I would assume so, since I'm.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
since I'm near
Where I
Philly,
am.
and
Mm-hmm.
the sky's still kind of bright outside. Like it's
Yeah.
not completely black.
No. Yeah. Oh gosh. Yeah. If I look out my window, it's pitch black out there.
I need to move somewhere where it's like that.
Hey, come down here, man.
I mean, I want to go to the Outer Banks because I know when you go to, when I go down there, go on the beach, you could see everything in the sky. It's crazy.
Wow, that's awesome, man.
Take a telescope out there to go looking. That's why I
We
kind
should
of
do
thought
that.
I wanted to be an astronomer, but I suck in math.
Well,
You
yeah.
need math.
If it's
So
your passion, man, you should do it.
yeah, but I just don't like math. Like I have to do calculus and all that. Like
Well, I guess
nah.
that is.
I'll just keep that as a hobby. I like it, but
Yeah. Well, you know what? You know what I think we should do? We should go out and look at the stars together.
all right. Is it a date?
No, no, no homo, no homo. I swear. No, no. It's just we should like find a really good telescope. Maybe go halvesies on one.
Yeah.
And just look at the stars and admire how beautiful our universe is and what we're living in, and just be so thankful that we live on a planet, that we're actually able to live, and we're able to understand that there's more out there, and just admire the stars and the moon and how light travels, and just
Yeah.
science. I think we should just admire it.
I love science.
Yeah. It's a cool thing. It's cool.
That's why I thought about changing my major to chemistry. Thought about changing it
Oh yeah.
to biology. I thought about it changing it to pharmaceuticals. I tried, but you know,
There's a lot of science.
and
So
there's
it's
a lot
hard
of
to
math
kind
in
of
that science, which I can't do.
No, yeah, it's a crazy thing. It's a crazy, crazy world. Well, universe. It's a crazy universe.
Yeah.
We should put that on a
Just
shirt.
what's beyond the universe? More universe? Like, is there?
Yeah,
Are we gonna have to come up with a word that's like beyond the universe, like
yeah.
the uh superverse or the
That's
ultraverse or the omniverse or
for the Marvel
the
Cinematic
multiverse?
Universe. And is Tobey Maguire in that multiverse?
uh, maybe.
If he is, I'm on board. That might have sounded weird. Uh, well,
This
that was
got
a very in-depth discussion.
yeah, and this got way past conspiracy theories, but hey,
It did. Well, that's okay.
but
It should.
technically, space is a conspiracy theory because we don't know.
That's true. Well,
Have you ever been to
honestly,
space?
no.
Because
Have
I
you?
haven't. I mean,
Well, technically, the Oort cloud that I'm talking about is hypothetical because even the Hubble telescope
can't
can't
see
even
that
detect
far.
it.
Yeah,
But I mean, there's calculations, and that's the closest we have.
yeah,
Um, it's good that the conversation kind of expanded like this.
yeah. I like this.
No, yeah, it's good that it's good we're able to just talk freely about things and just our queries. And I hope the listeners learned something today.
Something like the birds aren't real.
Birds aren't real, and the government might be putting gases in the air to control us, but
Oh well.
who knows, right? I just don't.
All right. Well,
How
I
long have
think
we been talking?
50 minutes about.
Oh, that's good. This feels like a solid ending point, wouldn't you agree?
Yeah, I would agree.
To leave people pondering about the universe
Yeah.
and kind of just the beauty of it.
All right. Well,
Once again, we'd like to. I just cut you off because I don't care.
it's all
No,
right.
I care. What were you gonna say, man?
I was just gonna say, well,
Oh, okay. Um, we know there's a lot of podcasts out there. Once again, and we'd like to thank you for making it this far. If you have, it really means a lot to us. And if you have, continue the discussion down in the comments. We wanna hear what you guys think. Your queries, your ponders, your. Do you think the government's controlling us? Do you think uh, AI Chucky could be real? Is there? There's a lot
maybe.
to discuss. Um, so keep that going.
All right.
Yeah, and don't forget to subscribe and like and do all that fun stuff as well.
Indeed. All right. Adios. Uh.
Yes.
Uh. What's the Spanish word for people? People. All right. Well, adios.
Amigos. Amigos.
Amigos. Yeah, friend. Yeah.
Holy moly.
Wow. Brain fart.
All
Hasta
right.
la vista, baby.
Get to the chopper now.